Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about countries that have so far endorsed Raila Odinga for AUC chair. I did a previously I did a video to give you the reasons why I think Raila Odinga will take this thing very early in the morning. So today I want us to update you on the progress. We list the countries that have so far publicly endorsed or they have just endorsed through other people but are leaning towards our Kenyan candidate. But before we do that, first, I want to ask you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this one, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to my subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. And for this particular video, kindly give it a thumbs up. Click the like button so that you can help this channel grow and be visible to more people, more viewers, so that they can benefit from our analysis. Now let us go to the main topic of today. It is now more than a fortnight or more than 2 weeks since President Ruto endorsed Raila Odinga, and together with the East African presidents, they endorsed Raila Odinga for the AUC chairmanship, and they have since then they have been hitting the road running, and just in the previous week, last week, Raila and William Ruto were in China, and they were seeking votes from the heads of state who had attended the China African Summit, where they were talking about the development of Africa. It was a China Africa Summit. They used this opportunity at the sidelines of the meeting, and they met with heads of states campaigning for Raila Odinga. Now, there are factors that normally determine the elections of AUC. One is religion, and the other one is language. Now, in the language part, we have francophones and anglophones. Francophones are the countries that they are French speaking. These are out of the 54 countries in Africa. Francophones are 22, and the anglophones are 27. Yeah, they are 27. Then the others, we have I think 2 of them were colonized by, we have Portuguese speaking. Which other colony? We have Portuguese speaking, and the other one is, I don't know, I don't remember well. So we have francophones and anglophones. Anglophones are 27, francophones are 22. On the francophone side also, majority of the francophones are Islamic countries. They are countries that are profess the Islamic religion. Now, on the issue of religion, the Islamic states, all of them, we have a union of Islamic states. They are normally that countries. But what people don't know, I saw people somebody posting, 30 Islamic states have endorsed Raila Odinga. But what they do not know is, in Africa, we only have 10 Islamic states. Egypt, and more majority of the West African countries. So there is that factor. But now, there are also few. The francophones, out of the 22, 5 of them have been banned from participating in election because of the wars they have been having as a country. Oi! Sorry for that. Out of the 22 francophones, 5 of them, there are 6 countries that have been banned from participating in election because of the wars they have, the wars that they have internally amongst themselves. Out of the 6, only 1 is an anglophone. 5 are francophones. We have Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, which other one? Sudan now is the anglophone. So we have those countries that have been banned. So already they have reduced. If they were 22 now, if they were to endorse the Djibouti candidate, you see we have 4 candidates. We have Raila Odinga, the Djibouti Foreign Affairs Minister, Mauritius Foreign Affairs Minister, and the Madagascar. And you see Madagascar and Mauritius, they are not. We are not sure if they are in Eastern Africa or they are in. There's a lot of confusion. What they are in the southern part of Africa, we are not sure. So now, that is what I want. The facts that I wanted you to get before we go to the countries that have endorsed Raila Odinga. I wanted you to get the facts about the politics of AU. So if you go in terms of religion, Raila also has an advantage. If you go in terms of language, also Raila has the advantage. Now, I want us to go to the countries that have so far endorsed Raila Odinga. And you see, the people who will be voting in the election are the heads of state. Mark that. Heads of state, that is head of state and government, that is the presidents, are the one who will be voting in the said election. Now, number one, of course, is Kenya. President William Samoei Ruto of Kenya has endorsed Raila Odinga fully, and the government, the entire government machinery, is working hard and tirelessly to ensure that Raila Odinga wins this seat. They have started campaigning for him. The campaign team is led by the PS for Foreign Affairs, Korir Sing'oei, and they are really working very hard to ensure Raila Odinga wins this election. So the first one, number one, is Kenya, led by President William Ruto. Number two, Tanzania, President Samia Suluhu Hassan. They had a candidate. They wanted to front a candidate, that is the former president of Tanzania, Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete. But I think they were President Ruto and Raila Odinga. They intervened, and we also saw Kikwete. He was there during the launch of Raila Odinga's campaign. So number two is Tanzania, led by Samia Suluhu. Number three, Uganda, led by the oldest man, the grandfather of East Africa, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. He even told us that the Djibouti candidate tried approaching him, but he was very categorical that he's going to back Raila Amolo Odinga. So Museveni is number three. Number four, Salva Kiir Mayardit of South Sudan has endorsed Raila Odinga as the head of East African community. He was in the front line to endorse Raila Odinga. He even told us that in the previous election, Mauso Mahat Faki, who was running, was very angry with him because he was supporting the Kenyan candidate who was Amina Mohamed, our former foreign affairs minister during the tenure of President Uhuru Kenyatta. So we have Salva Kiir Mayardit. At number five, we have Paul Kagame of Rwanda, a friend of President William Ruto and also Raila Odinga, a francophone state, but he has endorsed Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga went to his country the other day, and he publicly endorsed him. And also during the launch, he sent a representative, that is the Minister of Foreign Affairs for the country, and they also met with Raila Odinga and William Ruto in China last week. So, Paul Kagame. At number six is the Burundi president. The name is very difficult. What is the name? The Burundi president. During the launch, he sent the Prime Minister of Burundi, who was here to represent him. Also, Burundi is a francophone country. They speak French and they use French for their languages, but they have endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga. So Burundi. At number 7, we have Somalia. President of Somalia, Omar Sheikh Mohammed, has endorsed Raila Odinga. We saw the Foreign Affairs Minister who was running for the AUC, came to Kenya and endorsed Raila Odinga publicly. And in China, they met with President Ruto and Raila Odinga, and he was very categorical that Somalia as a neighbor, and also we host Somalis. We have our own Somalis in Kenya, and we love them so much. And you see, Djibouti also is a Somali state. You see, it was part of the Somaliland that was subdivided among the French and Britain and Italians. So Djibouti also is a Somali state, but imagine a country that they speak the same language. They speak Somali, Arab, and French. although Somalia they speak English, but they have endorsed Raila Odinga. Somalia. We have South Africa, the good friend of Raila Odinga. In fact, he said he himself will move around Africa to campaign for Raila Amolo Odinga. That is the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, is supporting Raila. In fact, including the opposition leader Julius Malema, they are supporting Raila Amolo Odinga for this post. So South Africa is behind Raila Amolo Odinga. We also have the president of DRC Congo, that is Felix Tshisekedi, a good friend of Raila Odinga. In fact, during the handshake period, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga went to DRC Congo and installed Raila Amolo Odinga as the president of to install Tshisekedi as the president of DRC, and it will be very difficult for DRC to betray Raila Amolo Odinga. So DRC has also endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga. We have the Republic of Congo. Is it called Ngesu or something like that? That name is very difficult. Raila Odinga was there together with I saw Makao Mutua and Korir Singoi. They went to DRC Congo in Brazzaville to try and persuade them to vote for him. That country have also endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga. The Republic of Central African Republic also, Raila went there, although they have not declared it publicly, but they are supporting him. We have Zimbabwe. Nanangwa, a good friend of President Ruto, they're also supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. I saw President Ruto meeting the president of Chad, and let's hope so. They have not declared it publicly, but let's hope they are supporting him. Nigeria, I almost forgot Nigeria. Our friend, the campaign for Raila Odinga also in Africa, the father of the real deep state of East African election, that is Papa Olusegun Obasanjo, has been running around campaigning for Raila Odinga. So Nigeria is also behind us, and we appreciate for that. And Papa is really campaigning for Raila Amolo Odinga. So Nigeria is also, they have an interest of endorsing our country, our candidate. Yes, we have countries like Namibia. In fact, when they had they were mourning, Raila Amolo Odinga represented President Ruto in that function, and he used the opportunity to campaign for himself. We also have there is this issue of vice. You see, it was agreed that the chair will come from Eastern Africa, whereas the vice chair will come from the north. And you see Egypt as a candidate, and I'm very sure we as Kenya, you see President Ruto and the president of Egypt are good friends. And also Raila Odinga being a Pan-Africanist and has moved toward in Africa trying to resolve conflicts. I know we'll support the Egypt candidate, and the Egypt candidate will support us for the chair. So Egypt also will support us. Ethiopia, really good friend of Kenya and friend of President Ruto, Prime Minister of Ethiopia, is behind Raila Amolo Odinga. Imagine Ethiopia, which is a neighbor to Djibouti, supporting our candidate in Kenya. That means we are very lucky. So far, those are countries that have really shown interest of supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. More countries are coming up to support Raila Odinga without fear or favor. President Ruto made six heads of state in China the other day, and we hope that some of them will come out publicly to endorse Raila Amolo Odinga. And as I earlier said, the AUC chair is for Raila to take it or take it or take it. There is no other option unless anything happens. But for the AUC chairperson, this is for Raila to take it. Until next time, this is Hirram Kemei. Like, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and share. Let more people get this information. Thank you and have a good day.